The Laugh Out Loud reason RDX is back on our stage this week. A world-renowned African queen of music makes her very first visit to Jamaica and will be on our stage. And meet the British recording artist known as Marc Abel. All coming up, plus this week's E-News reviews and video stage. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winfred Williams. You guessed it. We'll be right back. Inna the dance hall we glue it. Overboard more 6 kilo 1 country.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage. So much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. Stories making our E-News and reviews this week.
In 2010, a number of dancehallers were stripped of their US visas, leading up to the Tivoli incursion in May of that year. Among them, Mavado, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, and Idonia. Well, last week that changed for the Run Road DJ, whose visa was reissued last week. Since then, the floodgates have opened with promoters wanting to cash in on the new possibilities. But promoters aren't the only ones, so are the scammers. Since news broke of the 4th Jenna Boss's US status, a number of illicit pages on various social media platforms have opened, with persons claiming to be his booking agent, an issue that has plagued many a dancehall artist. The Idonia team has since issued a statement warning persons of this trend and urged promoters to be vigilant when seeking to secure him for their events. In the meantime, the artist is looking forward to make his first appearance on American soil in almost 7 years. It's official. It's all systems go for the 24th staging of Reggae Sumfest, with the Joe Bogdanovich Downsound Records machinery at its helm. The festival was launched and officially turned over on Wednesday night at Usain Bolt's Tracks and Records.
I know that he's passionate about the music, that he's committed to Jamaica, and that he certainly has a vision to take reggae music and Reggae Sumfest out there with a new dimension.
Under the theme Our Music, Our Festival, and despite criticism for excluding foreign acts, this year's staging is looking to put the focus back on Jamaican music and its exponents.
I agree with what Bounty Killer said earlier, that what we need to do now is to promote reggae music, the international artists in our music.
In an interview last week on Stage, a former Downsound employee, Foota Hype, spoke about the depth of Joe's pocket and said he couldn't understand why he would exclude foreign acts from the lineup. Joe responds like this.
It's not about money. It's not about the best international act. It's about reggae music. We love international acts. But right now, the way the planets are, we're supporting our own. The government's behind it. The sponsors are slowly getting on board. They pay attention. This is box office, big box office.
Reggae Sumfest, July 17 to 23, at its home in Catherine Hall, Montego Bay, featuring hot tickets like Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, Popcorn, Spice, Supercat, Nesbeth, Busy Signal, Barrington Levy, and many more.
Our music, our festival, and support Jamaica. We need for Ghana more support from the international market. The artists need to get better representation globally, and it all starts right here.
A clash of cultures went down at the O2 Arena in London yesterday for Red Bull's Culture Clash, featuring 4 major music aggregations from around the world. The Sound Clash series saw thousands of patrons filling the arena for major dub-for-dub warfare. In the end, it was the Jamaican aggregation called Mixpack, supported by Popcorn, Spice, and Cranium, that was victorious and walked home with the trophy. Stay tuned to Onstage for more on this story.
And now, videos making our video stage this week.
Spice shows off her skills as a rapper in this, her latest project. This is the Panda remix.
I got doughs in the banker, shock up my pocket like Blanca. Louis Vuitton sponsor, orange hill ganja. My chain color rose amber, I'm a pendant fat like Santa. I used to carry my money in my purse, but not so much, so I bring it in a tanker. Hating on me, you sink like a anchor. I'm sipping on tea, just chilling in Sri Lanka. VIP every day, I get pamper like jets and cars, money enough so I squander.
One of the rites of passage for roots rock reggae artists is singing about the herbs. Well, Italian reggae artist Alba Rossi gives his contribution with this one called Fly 420. Romain Virgo is lovesick in this, his latest project.
You should be next to me, baby. I'm dreaming of you and me lately.
She gained popularity as a vlogger. Now she makes her most significant transition into recording artist with this one titled Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, Bella Blair.
I'm lucky cause I live in Jamaica. I'm lucky cause I live in Jamaica. Vacation where I live.
Tiana's star in dancehall is rising, and she is bringing her cushy along for the ride.
Me have the bestest cushy round here. Every man I'm mad over the body, me have the bestest cushy round here. Every man I'm mad over the body,
All right, so those are the stories making our e-news reviews and the video stage for this week. Stay with us. Still to come right here on stage, the Laugh Out Loud reason. RDX is back on our stage this week. A world-renowned African queen of music makes her very first visit to the island of Jamaica and will be on our stage. Wow, you don't want to miss that. But first, meet British recording artist Marc Abel after the break.
I've watched raindrops turn to snow, contemplating while we're waiting.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. He's one of the artists enlisted by the Pulse team to pay tribute to the late icon Prince at this weekend's Caribbean Fashion Week in Kingston.
My world is like a vision.
He's a British-based singer, songwriter, composer with Jamaican roots who is passing through our stage right now. We're talking about Marc Abel right now on our stage.
Hello, Winfred.
Marc, how good it is, sir, to have you coming through our stage. All right, so sum up for me your music, your career so far.
Well, my music has been, it's been great. I've enjoyed every gig I've ever done. And basically, I perform based in London, predominantly in festivals and in like bars and clubs. But I like to perform for like, like intimate parties for like the like you call them like the affluent, people in London. Because I performed in Nottingham Gate. Well, Nottingham Gate, what you have there is you have a lot of people from America come in and celebrities come in there. And they would call me in and have me play for them. So I kind of spent a lot of my time doing those very tight little shows.
Tight, intimate kind of settings.
Yeah, for like things like, the big rock bands that come in as well, specials when they come down as well. Like, there's a band called, there's like a dub music. They're called Specials. Okay. And when they come down, we perform for them too, things like that.
How would you describe your genre? Do you stick to any one genre?
No, I love the way music's going now, because music now is so eclectic. People are taking so much stuff and making, anything now. So it's like the commercial music, as you call it, commercial, is everything now. Like you look at Rihanna, you look at Drake. They take everything from indie music, from rock music, from reggae music, and they create a sound. Right. And so with my stuff, it's acoustic based, but I put in some house stuff. I put in I even sometimes put a bit of dance in it, but I kind of try to keep it. It's always about song. It's very much about the song. It's about the depth, but it has acoustic flavour and theme running through the whole music. So it kind of keeps it to the very British sound kind of theme that I want to take my music down, the kind of genre I'm into. Got you.
What would you consider yourself up to now, an underground artist or alternative?
Yeah, I would say an alternative artist, but the fact is, when I say alternative, we used to call it independent in London. It's about basically doing your own kind of sound, being different, and not going for the major labels. Okay. And kind of trying to push your stuff out independently to the public and stuff like that. So, and what I have is a great following on Facebook as a result.
Right. So that is mainstream incursion. Isn't that what is now, going into the mainstream, into the international mainstream, into the pop mainstream? The sound that was often referred to as alternative. People like yourself now.
Very true. I wouldn't call myself, I wouldn't say underground, because my stuff is very easy to kind of like latch onto. It's very easy to understand the lyrical content. And that's the way the songs are constructed. They're constructed in such a way that basically, you know, children can listen to my music. Your grandmother can be sitting there humming to my songs. And that's kind of, I'm trying to create a sound. The music is very, you know, it's a fusion of stuff, and it's heartfelt and it's beautiful and the energy's there, but it has to still have a strong message, like reggae music. That's why I love Jamaica. That's why I've come to Jamaica, because for me it's like having, you know, been able to kind of mix my sound in with, you know, the Jamaican populace, you know, and get them to understand and experience that sound. That'd be a dream of mine, you know.
Let's give them a taste then, right now, right here.
Our love runs deeper than you know. No one can falter, all asunder. You know I love you. Oh, I do.
Just a taste of what patrons are in for at this staging of Caribbean Fashion Week in Kingston, Jamaica. Easy listening indeed, man.
It is, absolutely.
Easy. Nice song, love it. Great song.
Do you know I performed with Freddie McGregor just a few days ago in New York?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
on
nice.
a boat, yeah.
Well, talk about your Jamaican roots for us.
Well, my dad is from Kingston, but I think he was originally from Ricci. My mum's from Clarendon, and my family come from St. Elizabeth originally, and they moved to Clarendon.
Okay.
And fortunately, I also have connections with a guy called Professor Wendell Abel. It's my cousin. So when I came here recently, he basically, I was doing shows last year, radio shows here, I've done a few shows here. And he contacted me, having heard my stuff on the radio. And I got to meet my cousin. He was an absolutely fantastic man. You know, I was so impressed. So,
nice.
Yeah, very looked different to me, which is quite, you know, he looked very much more Nigerian looking to myself. But, you know, it was just like the most incredible experience to kind of meet my family and so forth like that.
All right, talk about tours for us. Where have you been so far in terms of your...
I've done Germany, I've performed in Iceland. I performed mainly in the UK because there's so much. Lincoln's a big place anyway.
Okay.
You know, and New York, and now in Jamaica. So I've not, you know, it's not like I've travelled extensively.
Where would you say you are on your path, on your rise? So
that's the thing. See, that's the thing about me is I'm taking things slowly. I know what I want to achieve. It's all about creating beautiful music. It's about making sure I can control and contain the sound, contain the message, and the quality of the sound. What happens is when you kind of spread yourself too thin, you can lose a lot of that. So you have to have a good team. I've got a fabulous team, and the whole point of that team is to cultivate what I do, and take it slowly through the world. So the first plan is to do New York, because I love New York. You know, so we're using places that I really love. Jamaica, I love Jamaica. So I want to go to Nigeria, I want to go to Ghana, you know, reach Africa, and then go back into Europe. But it's all about going to countries I never performed in before, crowds I never performed to before. You know, take myself out of my comfort zone and just kind of learn about different cultures again, because I think that's very important.
Oh yes, and I'm sure your music will break down the barriers and push you and push you all over the world and take it to audiences everywhere. So nice to have you, sir.
Thanks so much,
all the very best. We
Pleasure.
look forward to the performance at Caribbean Fashion Week in Kingston this week. Wow, that should be good. All right, there you have him right here on stage, Marc Anthony Abel on our stage. Stay with us, still to come. A world-renowned African queen of music makes her very first visit to Jamaica and will be on our stage. We'll be back.
Enough guys, they give me drama. If you ask them what's in video, all of the guys them head it don't scatter. Unto all the one shaking matter, yeah.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. One of the many good things the media revolution brings is the virtual realignment of fragmented people of common heritage and interests, such as Africans.
Africa, look how long Rastafari call you.
Previously, descendants of the motherland residing here in Jamaica, for example, get only what a small group of Western media wish to tell us about the continent, most of which turned out to be half-truths at best.
Xenophobia violence seems to be spreading.
Today, the free flow of information via social media between the children of Africa living in the West and those on the continent is recreating the Afro community. Perhaps the most powerful pillar of this virtual community is the sharing of art and culture, in particular music.
Everybody does wave, you want to just wave, you want to just wave, you want to just shout hallelujah.
And as the contemporary sounds of Africa flow across the oceans, reggae, which is deeply rooted in the motherland, goes in the opposite direction.
I like the way them they brood it down.
Finding favor with great ease, both in terms of performance and production on the continent. We're joined in this segment today, right here on stage, by a Nigerian queen of music. Shay is her name, right now, right here on our stage. Shay.
Hello.
So good to meet you.
So good to meet you too.
Thanks for coming, and I hope Jamaica is treating you well.
Thank you for having me, and I'm loving this place so much.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Your first time?
My first time, yes.
How long now since you've reached?
We have been here for just 3 days, but I feel like I've been here a long time, in a good way. I feel like I've been here for about a week.
Okay.
But in a good way, just because, you know, we've been doing so much already. We've met so many different people. We've done some radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before coming,
Yes.
how did you perceive Jamaica?
Well, I grew up in North London, in Tottenham. And Tottenham is predominantly Jamaican.
Yes.
And a lot of my friends were Jamaican. 2 of my nannies were Jamaican.
Okay.
So I have a very, very rich understanding of Jamaicans.
No.
And knowledge of them. And so, you know, I kind of always figured it would, you know, the people would be warm like this, and you know, the island would be, you know, this beautiful, and the food would taste this great. I've been eating Jamaican food for a long time, Caribbean food.
So
for a long time.
it's matching somewhat to your perception.
Yeah,
the reality
definitely.
is matching your perception.
Yeah, and I'm here now, and it's a lot like Nigeria. Aside from the fact that you guys have a lot more, I mean, if I'm comparing Kingston to Lagos, then obviously Kingston has a lot more greenery.
So you're fully based, you're now in Nigeria?
Fully based in Nigeria. I mean, I started off my singing dream in the UK, where I schooled. I spent most of my life. I was in a girl band, actually, 5-piece girl band. And we consisted of 2 white girls, 1 mixed-race girl, myself, and 1, well, she was Mauritian, but she kind of represented the Asian demographic, right?
Okay.
And so we all came together, and we decided to form a girl band called From Above. And a young man called Matthew Knowles, who most people know as Beyonce's dad, was in London one year, along with Beyonce, and he got tipped that there was a girl band rehearsing in Covent Garden, which is an area in London where we used to have our rehearsals. And so he came into the studio and he said, "Hey, I'm going to sign you guys. You know, I can make you the next Destiny's Child stroke Spice Girls." And so I think the following week we were signed to Music World Entertainment. Then the following month we were signed to Sony. Then that following month we moved to Houston, and we spent most of our time in the House of Darion, where we underwent a lot of training, a lot of development, artist development. And we did shows, and we supported Beyonce on tour and her I Am tour.
Oh yes.
And then MTV picked us up and shot a reality show called Breaking From Above, which is actually on their archives still till this day. So by the time the group had broken up and I had moved back to Nigeria, Africans already knew who I was because they had seen the reality show called Breaking From Above.
Okay, nice.
That was aired in about 166 countries across the world. So, you know, it was kind of a nice, easy sort of like entrance into the Nigerian music
So you were
market.
they accepted you
Yeah, they
immediately?
did. Because I went in also under the mentorship of people like Two-Face Idibia, who sang African Queen.
Okay.
And so he kind of introduced me onto my first Nigerian stage. In my first Nigerian audience was through Two-Face Idibia. So, you know, he's like king out there.
What creative control did you have of your work in terms
Not
of...
much at all. Not much at all. I mean, everything was pretty much run and guided and dictated by Matthew Knowles and his whole management regime. I call it a regime because he's a disciplinarian, and we underwent a lot of the school of the training that Destiny's Child went through. We had to sit there and watch a lot of their footage when, growing up, and a lot of their training, and we worked with most of their team members, Miss Tina Knowles, their styling, their vocal trainers, their choreographers and everything. I mean, it was the wildest and most exhilarating and the most amazing time of my life.
Wow.
And it equipped me to be able to do what I do now as an independent artist in Nigeria, on the African continent, who is also now an international artist on my own. And I really pay most of the respect to that stage and that part of my life, that time of my life.
So how different is your music now from what it was then?
Well,
as a solo artist.
As a solo artist, I recently released a solo album, which was produced by myself, executive produced by myself and members of my team, and released under my label called Stargirl. It's an independent label, and it is a mixture of Afrobeat, reggae, contemporary, and world music.
Okay.
All right?
All right, stick it right there. Let's just take a mashup of that, of your music right here. Nice. Now you get a feel of the kind of music she's putting out.
The video that you watched called Murder, featuring Patoranking and Shady. Patoranking and Shady are Nigerian male artists.
Yes.
Patoranking,
yeah, we know a thing or two about him.
I've actually heard a couple of his songs while being in Jamaica.
Right.
So I was quite shocked about that, but very happy.
But he's based in London, isn't he?
He's based in Nigeria. We're all Nigerians.
No, he's based in Nigeria now?
Yeah.
But
he's always been based in Nigeria.
He's always, oh really?
In fact, when I got to Nigeria, he hadn't even blown. He was still trying to be who the Patoranking he is now.
Yes.
So it's really amazing to be part of this generation and this time when African music and Caribbean music is so powerful that you don't even know anymore where the artist is actually from.
Yes.
When you go to places like the UK or America,
absolutely,
you hear an Afrobeat song and you don't even know anymore that it sounds African. It just sounds like great fresh music. Wizkid, who you saw in Crazy, feature with me in Crazy, he just had a #1 Billboard USA hit song with Drake.
Yes.
For One Dance, and that's Wizkid. That's Wizkid, my friend, my boy.
Yeah.
The person that helped me in the Nigerian music industry when I first got there 4.5 years ago. And he's always been in Nigeria his whole life. But isn't it such a great time to be alive? And isn't it, for me, such a great time to be a Nigerian artist or even recognized as a Nigerian artist? I'm really, really happy and proud to say that our music now is getting the recognition that it deserves.
Right.
And I'm happy to be in Jamaica, talking about my music. And I'm happy to have a record deal with Island Records in the UK. And they're about to release Murder globally.
What's the reggae scene like in Nigeria?
Huge. It's West African sound, and because reggae is a global, universal language, and because Jamaicans, West Indians made it so global and so huge,
yes,
we had to obviously take part of that celebration and make it part of our culture and our music too.
Because it's very natural, isn't it?
It's very natural. I was in the studio with King Jammy 2 days ago. And, he just played a reggae beat, produced by a producer called Danny, and I just wrote on it like it was natural. And we just voiced something, and we came with a song, a big song that we're going to put out very soon.
And you will find that if given a beat, an African beat, from Nigeria, for example.
A lot of African beats sound like soca.
They get on it.
A lot
They just get on it like that. It's like very natural.
Natural, very natural. I mean, Movado has collaborated with a Nigerian artist. Sean Paul has done a collaboration with Timaya, who's like one of the biggest Nigerian acts.
They're actually going there and performing.
Beanie Man, they're coming to visit, they're coming to perform, they're coming to do we're coming to you guys are coming to us. That gap is being bridged.
Oh, yes.
And everything that was broken is being mended now. And I'm one of the people, one of the artists that is making it a point in my career to be a part of that mend.
I know you're doing well in the West, right? But are you doing as well
in the rest of Africa?
In Africa, yes.
No, actually, I'm doing better, obviously, right at the moment in Africa. People will say that, oh, Shay is one of the top, 3 females in Africa.
Okay.
And I would say, well, I'm happy about that, obviously. And one of the reasons why I signed my record deal with Island Records in the UK is because I want to be one of the top African females in the world so that I can speak the truth. I do a lot of work for the UN at the moment. I'm speaking at the University of West Indies on Friday.
Great.
I'm giving a lecture about music, its business, and how I got to where I got to as an independent female artist in the music industry. I run my own business, I have my own label. I'm not trying to get the whole world to basically kind of rebel and say, hey, we don't need labels anymore, because we do. I signed a record label deal recently. But what I am trying to say is that being an African woman, the stigma, even just on my color alone, hasn't been an easy one to kind of, get out of. But I feel like not having a mom, not having a dad, not having much to kind of really say, okay, this is who I am, leaves me with nothing more than to say, okay, I am African, and I can do anything I put my mind to, in or out of Africa, and I can be a voice for girls and women that are like me.
Aren't you Pepsi's ambassador?
I am a Pepsi brand ambassador, and I'm very
for
proud of that too.
Continent, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, not for the entire continent, for Nigeria.
For Nigeria,
Pepsi don't have ambassadors in other countries.
Oh, no?
In Africa, no. Only in Nigeria.
Oh.
And then obviously in the Western world, you have Beyonce for that side of the world. But they don't have like ambassadors in different countries of Africa for Pepsi, no. They only have ambassadors in Nigeria. But every time I travel out of Nigeria to any African country, I always go and pay a visit to the Pepsi plants and take pictures and say, hey.
You've been to the one here in Jamaica?
We're planning on that.
Are you planning on that?
We're planning on.
Oh, nice. But what support do they give you, though? Your music, your career?
Pepsi, they give me a very, very great platform. They also, it's very good for my CV, very good for my resume, to be an ambassador of such a powerful brand that is world-renowned. It highly influences people of my age group, and and below and above. And I guess I just fit right in the demographic that they need to basically reach.
Oh yes, they couldn't ask for a better ambassador. So what else can you tell us about your business in Jamaica?
My business in Jamaica. So like I said, I'm here primarily to really impart my knowledge on the students at the University of the West Indies about how to build your brand and your business in music, and how to basically just empower yourself and equip yourself with the knowledge that you need to make it.
There's a problem that Jamaican artists are facing at the moment.
What is that?
Dancehall, Jamaican dancehall. You can make a distinction between reggae and dancehall, right?
Of course.
Right. Okay. So the dancehall artists in Jamaica, there's big debate, this raging debate going on about Drake's sampling of dancehall. Lots of it in his.
The same debate is going on in Africa right now.
That's what I wanted to ask.
That he sampled the Afrobeat. But there's nothing wrong in that. It just means that our music is going all over the world and just,
as we say, Africa's children are coming back together.
That's it.
And this is part of the process.
Right.
And so, but it's interesting because there's this debate about rebranding too going on.
Right.
Like Afrobeat, for example, maybe called something else. Like
they're trying to.
Like tropical house or something like that.
I don't know. I never heard about that.
Do you have that? You're not.
I'm not familiar with that. I would hate to find out that Afrobeat the title has been changed to something else, because that means people like Fela Kuti, Fela Nicola Kuti, kind of basically just died in vain, and that's not really what it was about. He basically brought Afrobeat to the forefront. And he lived and died for Afrobeat music and the truth and knowledge and rhythm.
Yes.
You understand?
Wow. Well, my dear, all I can say now is walk good. In Jamaica, we say walk good.
Thank
Meaning
you.
that we wish you well,
Thank
and
you
we
so
hope you'll
much.
enjoy Jamaica.
I love Jamaica.
The little piece of Africa in the West.
Yes. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy that you gave me the opportunity to be on your show, you know, to basically speak so that people can hear, you know, what I have to say.
Well, we're more
about
happy
music.
to have you, Shay.
Thank you.
On our stage. Thank you so much. Walk good
Thank
again.
you, my
and
darling.
Take it easy. All right, there you have her right here on stage, Shay. Wow, want to watch, want to listen to, want to check out, want to know more about.
Touch me now, right now. Do you remember the rain? 'Cause I remember the rain. I wanna
Stay with us, still to come. The Laugh Out Loud reason RDX is back on our stage this week.
We my youth, them a show it.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage. So much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. Summer is upon us, and with it comes a number of entertainment offerings competing for the attention of fun seekers everywhere, like dances, music, and events.
Dream weekend.
Well, with the help of the Tougher Light dancers from Arnett Garden, our guest in this segment is looking to make fans laugh out loud, LOL. Right here on stage, right now, RDX. And now you know why they're back on our stage so soon. DX. Blessed love, sir. This is a little bit late, but the way we're going to go on, it sounds like we're going to take summer.
Yeah, well, you know, we're just coming on stage.
Yes.
Set and make a no straight, say, LOL is the dance of the summer.
Okay.
You know, dance of the summer.
So, all right, so you are the music, you provide the music for the dance.
Right.
But which came first? Was it the dance or your song?
Well, the dance came first, because we recently came from a US college tour. And when we come back to Jamaica, we're going to the dance hall, because our thing that, you know, we come back and we contribute back to the dance hall, you know.
Yes.
So when we go into the dance hall now, we see this dance, we are on the whole place, selected them, I talk about it, Tougher Light them, where we create the dance them. It's like, everybody just all about the LOL. So I say, how comes this dance is so big in a dance hall? I'm going to say, no, none of the man may sing about dancing song. I call it.
Yes.
So I say, all right, here we go on. You say, we are leader, we're not follower. We are going to see it, we are going to the dance hall and just call it. And that is how we go so boom. I'm link up Renegade. I'm say, Renegade, make a rhythm for that dancer name, LOL, it around the whole street. Just boom bang in the studio, call up the dancer them and say, yo, I want to intro that song, yeah. Them come and them deal with it. And this
the magic that is it.
Yes, and this group, the Tougher Light group, is in the same vein as Mr. Waki.
Yeah,
same
well,
community.
Yeah, same community them come from, yeah.
Right, so that strain there, where that community give the world, I mean, at one point, Black Roses around the entire world in terms of dances.
I want to say now in further. You see, when we go down, go jungle for go shoot the video, it's like the whole community come embrace it. See?
Yes.
And I must give it up to the whole people, the people in my jungle. See, give thanks for the support, because them people that is like, you see, once they go so and arise a youth from out of for them community, every single body
support, man.
Support. Yeah, man.
And it's a good thing that
I love that. Because Mr. Walker, they tell you from a long time to, you know, say, him is a force, you know. So it's not just him alone, you know, the whole jungle.
Yeah, because the Roses crew was, as far as I'm concerned, mover and shaker and dance. In dancehall, and were in fact opinion leaders. They were making dances and setting the standard. Right. And so the people must now embrace what you are doing, because they want to get back that glory, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Because they know what it feels like to be looked to for newness, for freshness in dances.
That's strange enough too, you know, the last dancing song what RDX do is a song where it's a tribute to Mr. Waki, you know.
Yes.
LOL is like a continuation of the whole energy there. And as me say, it's a dance where everybody I do. Anybody who even can dance, I do it. You know what I mean? I haven't seen that happen in a dance hall from way back, maybe about 4 or 5, maybe about 10 years ago.
So me can do it, right?
You can do it.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Make us go on and we can give it to the people right now.
We are love, oh Lord, can we love all the party share?
Me love dancehall so much I must cook food.
Alright, tough alive. RDX, LOL. Wow. What about thing to doing that? Yeah, lots of moves. Right? That one is full of moves. If I'm seeing correctly.
Yeah, man.
It's a variety of moves, don't it?
Yeah, man.
And it's engaging the legs more.
Yeah.
It's really paying homage to Mr. Waki Tuka. Sawaki move them and everything, you know. Everything is engaged, the whole body is engaged.
For real.
You know what I mean? So we rate the song. So how is it doing? Is it getting rotated? the single itself, the song itself.
The street song that man.
Yeah, man.
That like
the run street, you know?
Yeah, man.
Easily.
I have to say big up to Rook City, you know, because him single-handedly.
So but is this running radio? Is it spinning on radio?
Yeah, man.
So talk a little bit about what happened for you since we last spoke, right here on stage.
Whoa, all right. We'll go, first and foremost, we go up on a college tour a little bit after that, in March, from March till May. We did 12 colleges throughout the years. Tremendous success, isn't it? Because I don't know, the kids them love and the energy will push, you know what I mean?
And even with the fact that Lose Yourself is now 30 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, man.
So that now kind of set RDX away, you know, where it's like
a different kind of market too, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and then we also do a production with called Gala Park. Spice do a song by the name Sight and Wine. That just got 1 million views a few days ago. That's Apartment 19 music production as well. So I will put work I put in, you know what I mean?
So dancehall is blazing up mainstream now in the US, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have to ask if you're preying mainstream. You must be preying mainstream.
Yeah, definitely.
Always a premium.
So what are you going to do about it?
You what me know? You see dancehall where I get the highlights, where they might try to change the name and call it something else, rebrand it. You know what I mean? I try to take one tie out and rebrand it and call it Acura or something, isn't it? It's that thing they know, it's a delicate situation, because check the level is now. Enough man a fight say dancehall this and dancehall that, but the reality is if we as dancehall people were to sing, were to build some of them rhythm there and sing on them, it now get playing a dancehall.
Sure.
That's the reality. But when the foreign people them do it, it get playing a dancehall. So Justin Bieber will playing a dancehall, but if we advise on a Justin Bieber rhythm, it now play. You see me? So man have to made that situation there too. But we also have to look at the other angle, because he has the man teeth the thing and call it a different name.
The tropical house.
Orange, you know,
yes.
So anyway you go and it's an orange, you can't feel like say you can't come call it mango over this and feel like it work.
Sure.
Basically white-atize it.
So the challenge.
And call it something else, isn't it? That's about, you know.
Only in Jamaica hear this name. The white-atize.
Yeah, man, because when we do it, it not get no energy.
But you know, the challenge really is for dancehallers like yourselves to become brands like the white-sized artists them. Because it's about branding. And I think that nobody's going to walk around the brand. Nobody can resist the brand, because that brand, I don't think it's so much the connection, is the white guy we want. I think that too, yes, but I think we're overrating it a little bit. I think that if you are turning the money for the investor.
I go place already where the man them I say, oh, RDX, you guys conduct yourself, you're not Jamaicans because you don't conduct yourself as typical Jamaican artists. Like I try style it in. Because them I know I book some other farm and them I book some soca man or, you know what I mean? We eat our food in terms of the stage show them and thing. Because the man them go out there and the man them turn up at the show them book for perform for half an hour, them book 10 minutes, them get book card, come at a show, stand up at a show, look at the crowd, see the crowd, the place are full, turn back. So them not perform. Some man say them not perform because they never get the white rice so them is supposed to get. And the man them come give them 2 spoons of white rice so them forget 3. And you know, them look at something there. I do some small thing and them man them that are one part of something, isn't it? The next part of something now are the man them will actually make it.
Yes.
Will go out there and become international stars. Them now come back and keep no seminar and invest no money back in the music. When them come and do, if they want to help the music, when a united yourself say the whole everybody in our industry a push to make the right people them get the right opportunity them. You know what I mean? A man just push for him bridging. So even if a bridging is a rocks DJ and a man come link you and say, yo, me want the baddest DJ in Jamaica, you now recommend the right man, you know. The man them I recommend the rocks because the rocks are your link.
That's one element. But what you're doing now, those college tours and so on, you cannot downplay that, you know. That is major, because those youngsters are going to be the biggest buyers of music, are indeed the biggest consumers of music.
Yes.
And they will soon become managers, they will soon become radio station DJs, they're going to become all kinds of executives in all kinds of businesses that are going to make decisions about you, and you don't even know, because they're faceless when they work behind the scene. But they remember you from college, and they liked your music, and other you tell me a pump for. So when you get that exposure, it's part of building a brand, and you must make the connection between what you do at that level and what you will do at a higher level.
All right. So RDX has been a group who have been out from the start 2007 till now. We get what, 11 number one songs. See?
Yes.
It's like the 11 number one song is nothing. You have some man in the dancehall settings we still not have RDX them, yeah man, them alright man, them get the girl, them a rate girl song, them a rate party song, them a rate song we connect to the same college kids and what you are talking about. When you go out there, you tell a man, say, yo, I'm going to splash out man every pan this up, and I'm going to do this, I'm poor, I'm broke, I'm dead for hungry. You know, them song they not connect to college kids. But at them song, they're going to get the big forward at Jamaica.
Okay.
Right. So you have two things. You have the money part, and you have the eye part. Where I'm going to get you.
Back to when just said to you
yeah, so you have to look on that.
Now.
So the gatekeepers them now.
These people now are just looking out for them kind of people there where are run Jamaica. Yeah. And it's not necessarily the people them where out there so want to hear.
I'll give you an example. One of my linky them from out from Warner Music linked me and I say they were coming to Jamaica and they were looking for female artists to feature on a song. Spice is the artist, female artist. They never recommend Spice. They recommend somebody else. That no do nothing for the music itself. Because you for recommend the top person.
You have to send your best.
Yeah, right. The best. Now when you send a rocks, and the rocks go out there and go tush, that look bad pan dancer. Because they might say, if this is the best what you send me and him no good, or she no good, then me no really want to see one have me, I go somewhere else.
We could go another, gentlemen. What we're going to do then is to say, watch out. Just give the song the love and to give it all the strength we can. And what we're going to do now, you have something
LOL.
else?
We have LOL song for the summer. We have a song in Waistline Talk.
Yeah, man.
For the girls them. Because you know when I for the girl them, RDX are the girl them general.
So you guys will be performing locally anywhere?
No. We have to Canada in next week. We have to Canada. We shoot Canada.
Yes.
We have a couple more things lined up still, but you know, so we really have to talk about it until it confirmed, isn't it?
Okay.
We want to try beat the street and now still win further, isn't it?
So you don't even have to worry about Jamaica because LOL will be taking care of things in Jamaica, right?
Yeah, but we're not get complacent. I beat them in song, man.
All right, so what we're going to do then, gentlemen, thanks again for coming and sharing with us. What we're going to do right now is to allow the dancers, because we didn't tell our audience that they're in the house, right? The dancers in the video, they're in the house right now. And what we're going to do is to clear the stage and give them on stage right now to do the dance for you live.
This year we are LOL and laugh off for them. We are laugh all out because we love all the party share. LOL. The mad move we are cause all bad mind have to swear. Y'all be so big up the whole streets. It's a world. Yo, Sean 13, deadly. Damn, ravers. Shots and ladies. Must go to woman, walk one. You know the thing girl, the RDX. Top a lie. The mad boss I say. Control tower, man.
Right now. All right. There you have it. LOL. Burning up the streets of Kingston right now. It's just breaking. So learn it. Gentlemen, thank you so much, lady. Thank you, the only lady in the midst. Are there more to come? I can't hear you now. Cool bridging. So, LOL doing it for summer 2016. RDX is the one on the rhythm. All right, so you know what to do. Go check it out online, all over the world. Winford Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more. Laugh with us. Who knows? Wow, right here on stage.
We don't get there, stay there, can we live there.
Good news. Dance all of the jugs where you push like a push broom. We stand up in the sky like a full moon. Step on the dance floor that a uno foot school. Jungle is them a do it. Rima youth them a show it. Pan the spot them a view it. In see you now sabadaba all and pull it.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. Well, you know, there's so much more where that came from. And all you have to do is to click subscribe and be on stage always.
As long as the contract got through and nothing is breached from the promoter's end, busy signal is gonna be there 10 times. Okay. Whether we rain, snow, storm, sleet, we did it.